Okay, Theater Under the Stars production of the hit Lin-Manuel Miranda musical In the Heights is at the Hobby Center now through Sunday, June 1st. Set in the vibrant streets of New York City's Washington Heights, and the musical follows Usnavi, a spirited bodega owner striving for a brighter future in a neighborhood full of love, energy, and unstoppable rhythm. Playing the role of Kevin Rosario in this all-new production is Caesar Barajas. I was going to get the first name right, and I screwed up the last name.
Caesar Barajas.
Caesar, welcome. He is
Thank
beloved to Houston audiences, and we're happy to have him here with us. Welcome back to Houston.
It is so exciting to come back to TUTS.
When was the last time you were here? Was it Man
the last show was Man
something?
La Mancha, and that was 2013. And my first production with TUTS was 2010's Miss Saigon. Yeah. And then I actually got my equity card doing Urban Cowboy out at the theater at Miller in 2011. So when I say, and I've been all over Broadway regional stages around the world, and coming home to Houston is even more special because I get to come in and like talk to Ernie. Or there were people in the audience last night that I didn't even realize were there, and I got to see people I have not seen in years. Yeah. So now currently New York City based, so I've been there just under 12 years and doing my thing out there. So any chance to come home is always welcomed. So thank you both for having me so much.
We're happy
and
to have
congrats
you
on the show.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. We're in our brand new digs.
Beautiful.
If you want to see our new studios, or Caesar, you just go online on YouTube and you can join in and watch us, and there's a chat going on there, all the fun stuff. I do want to say, and this will probably ruffle some feathers now, I prefer this Lin-Manuel show to Hamilton.
Okay.
I have always enjoyed In the Heights. The first time I saw it, it just was so infectious and lifted me up. I appreciate Hamilton, but really, I love this show.
I love reminding folks that this is Lin's first Tony Award.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And this is something he'd been curating since at least 2000, 2001.
And so different.
And so different. And he's telling the story of his people. Like, he's in a position to share with folks how he grew up, especially within this specific neighborhood. Whereas with Hamilton, yes, we've got the story of the founding fathers, but I'm with you on that same boat. I don't know if any ruffles are getting feathered because people love them both.
Yeah.
But the idea that Lin then curated something where you get all of these incredibly beautifully told stories from people who are often overlooked. And I would be remiss if I don't mention that one of my favorite lines in the show is Sonny's rapping during 96,000. And he says, well, we've got racism going from latent to blatant. So now, in this time frame, is another particularly important time to share this kind of story.
Yeah.
Like, within the realm of who you are, in whatever capacity you exist, it's centered around family. It's centered around love. It's centered around conflict. It's centered around generational traumas. So as Kevin Rosario, I want my daughter at Stanford because it's Stanford.
Yeah.
And I'm wearing my Support Black Colleges t-shirt because I graduated from an HBCU. So what makes it better to have been at an Ivy League as opposed to an HBCU? And so these are the questions that we want people to genuinely be curious about.
Does it surprise you how well the themes of this have held up?
No, not at all. Because again, the central theme to this ultimately is family, love, community.
Yeah.
And we can then from there, that's an umbrella to branch off into a number of things. And so if we're not talking about the matriarch Abuela Claudia, then we're talking about how here are these incredible group of people in this particular neighborhood, in El Barrio, who then take care of each other. And so I think that's missing from a lot of what we kind of are involved in now. But the idea that, like, I can come back, be a part of a show, be a part of this family, and this cast, Ernie, are you coming to the show?
I am coming to the show. I'm not going to miss it.
Of course. Doug, are you coming?
Of course.
Would love to see you both. The cast is spectacular.
Yeah.
And it is truly a family.
What fascinates me so much too, and I'll let you talk, Doug, too. I just get so excited, is the fact that it is so different from Hamilton, and it comes from the same creator. And it makes me think, so what else is he going to do? Because he can change genre and style so completely and yet master each area he hits. It fascinates me for him as an artist to create this kind of work.
Isn't it beautiful that his form of storytelling then encompasses everything? Hip-hop, rap, Latin music, salsa, classical musical theater. Like, there are references, of course, if you all don't know, like Easter egg style in Hamilton, where he pays homage to Sondheim, to Jason Robert Brown, Notorious B.I.G. So he's covering the gamut of, I think, everything entertainment-wise, and very excited to continue to follow him.
I mentioned that people can watch us on YouTube, and there's also a chat group that goes on there, and I have a comment that came in from Alex Garza, who says, "Hi, Caesar. How did you connect with Kevin's sacrifice as a father and business owner, and what personal experiences shaped your portrayal?"
It's a fantastic question. Thank you for asking that. Kevin is really the only patriarch in the show that's highlighted, and he's at odds because his daughter wants to go to school. And so there's a number of things, no spoilers here, that he then does without talking to his wife. He just kind of goes off on his own. But he's from that place as a human where generation before him and the generation before that, and it's highlighted in my solo, he's held to a particular standard. So I'm in a position where, as a first-generation American, I'm the son of Mexican immigrants, there was an expectation. So my parents were very much like, you're going to get a real job. You're going to go to med school. I don't know if you remember, I spent 7 years in the Navy. So I've been performing professionally since I was 15. I started here at Astroworld in high school. I was in a Bugs Bunny costume dancing around.
Which I still think was some of your best work.
And I'm sure that was a cool costume.
Oh my gosh, Texas heat, Texas summer, R.I.P. Astroworld. But the idea that it wasn't until 2013's production of In the Heights. So the first time I did this, I played Graffiti Pete, and I got to associate choreograph the show. It took 20 years of performing professionally for my mom to finally say, okay, I get it. So what I'm pulling from are those arguments. Like, I'd invite mom and dad to see the show, and they've been all over the world with me. And they'd be like, great job. So you know your brother's hiring, or you know you can probably get a real job, or you can go work corporate. And so the idea of the pressure that are put on the generations before us, not realizing that what we're carrying generationally, systematically, are these traumas that may affect the body. And that's what I do when I'm not performing. I now teach breathwork, meditation. I'm a breathwork specialist for rehabilitation. I'm a facilitator for men's support groups. So I love that Kevin in the show does find a moment to break that chain, and he becomes a cycle starter, not just a cycle breaker.
So your role in the movie In the Heights was portrayed by Jimmy Smits. Yes.
Just saw hands
Mad
go up.
homage to Jimmy Smits, yes.
I wonder, when you see his performance, or when you see the performance of any other playing a character you've played, do you look at it, how do you react to it? Do you say, I wouldn't have done it that way, I would have done it this way? How do you react to other performers playing a role you play?
Thank you for asking that, Doug. My wife often jokes that she doesn't like watching movies with me because I'm hypercritical, because I'm in the business. So television, film, Broadway stages across the country, voiceover, choreographing, commercial dance world, concert dance world. So someone like Jimmy, who's been around and is a testament to what an incredible performer is, I would pull from. But of course, I would watch and say, you know what, I may do something different. And I was telling Lisa, our PR manager at TUTS, that even last night during the show, I discovered things. And so I'm certain that even Jimmy Smits, the wonderful, the great, I pay homage to great Jimmy Smits, would find ways to discover new things. And that's the beauty of live theater. So I go in with a set plan, but I know that the charge from the audience is going to affect things. I messed up a lyric last night. How do I cover that up and not fumble? I messed up an entrance. I was telling Jennifer, our producer, our wonderful Jordan Leal. So Jordan Leal is local, Houston-born. This young woman is 10 feet tall on stage, and I'm listening to one of her solos, and I was so lost in her singing that I was backstage, eyes closed, just chilling. And
you're going to have to chill.
My
And you're going to
gosh.
have to come back and visit us again.
I
They
absolutely
are
will.
timing me out here.
No,
but
it's okay.
Caesar, thank you so much.
Thank you all
It's
so
great
much
to
for
see
being,
you.
thank you for
And even if you've
providing.
seen the movie, live theater is where you want to see it.
Support the live arts, touch.org
Do
through
it.
June 1st. Go see us.
Caesar Barajas.